Hi there, welcome to Morgan's Fancies, and we're just altering a notebook or two. If I get time to do two, I will. And for a gift exchange that I'm going to be doing, I will show you. This is the paper that I'll be using out of my stash. Not sure of the stack. I'm not sure if it's Colorblock or if it's die cuts with a view, but it's from my stash, so I have lots of unnamed paper. I didn't keep names. Yeah, I think it's from the Colorblock, yeah. But anyways, that's the pretty paper I got. And I'm using my jelly prints. This is one that I had done last year. I think it looks cool. I think it looks like an old-fashioned tile. So I'm going to put it on this background. I think that looks pretty. And I've just got the sticker off. One of the composition books from Dollarama here in Canada. And I'm going to be altering this. Got stuff on this one. Not this one. I almost went out and bought another one yesterday, not realizing that I had two already. That one's a better condition one. Two already at home, so I'm glad I didn't end up buying. So by the time I put the paper on there, yay, pretty. And maybe I'll do the last part of my notebook after. We'll see. Anyways, I had just squared up the book just so I can read it. It's obviously going to be too big, but that's okay. I can trim it down once I get this one done. So I'm just eyeballing it, taking the book as my measurements. I'm going to do that, cut out one and then use the other one. Use the one that I cut out and make a template and use it for the other one. I'm almost done that binder. Almost. I just have I want to get on camera me putting together one of the pages, so I'd have the footage, and I am going to sorry, I I am going to edit and make a picture, make a video out of the finished product. There we go. To remember, I don't have to push so hard on this one. So put that one away, and then so there's that. I'll be moving between things. So, oh. Not exactly square, is it? Oh, how about this end? Okay, good. All right. I'm really looking forward to some sister time on Sunday. Back. And this time, there's a perforated. Didn't realize there was a perforation there. That's okay. Not that one made much difference. I am the worst person to try and cut these out. They never seem to cut straight for me. There we go. I'll probably just chuck that piece. A lot of the times I don't care what I'm doing with stuff. Meaning that I tend to save a lot of paper. And that time I'm not going to. That's what I meant. Realized it didn't really make sense. So it's still very warm in Canada. And I ended up going, and I did film an updated vlog. But by the time I edit it and whatnot, I'm hoping to have it up by next Thursday. I know I've been kind of lax lately about doing the vlogs, but I've been busy, so. And if you guys. Where's my marks? If you guys have been following me, then you know. Oh, there's my mark. Where's my mark? I'm gonna make my mark. There's my mark. Sorry. Darn fly. Perfect. Okay. Those two done. Anyways, I think it'd be easier if I put the tape right onto the the binder here. So I've got my ATG gun because I've run out of my other tape and making the other project, and I don't really feel like putting wet media, wet adhesive onto this project. So okay, good. I've had trouble a little bit in the past with getting this gun to work properly. I think maybe because the glue sat in the gun for so long. So yep, good. Trying to sometimes it breaks a little, that's okay. Just hopefully I didn't run over it. Okay, good. I've got plenty of this adhesive left, thank goodness. We've got 2 other rolls of it, and I just changed rolls out. I used a whole roll so far on that binder. Now I'm kind of regretting I didn't get any footage of me making the binder up. So no, people end up asking. So I'll probably end up at some point making a video. This is how I make a binder. It's just right now. I think that's pretty well enough. I have all these clips out from doing the binder. Yeah, there's a little gap at the bottom, but you know what? I don't think that'll matter too much. I'll trim that up. Because I'll use some inks. I want to break the spine on this. That's better. Okay, why are you not cutting? Sorry, I'm off camera. Just trimming this up here. There we go. And then I'm probably going to take either some acrylic paint or ink to Just edge the book like we would any other. There we go. So far, let's see how it looks. Of course, you can see that little bit on the back, but that's okay. Want to. So probably grab out some silver too and just blend it in more to the background. I really do like that paper, it's pretty. Okay, should I do that first or no, let's wait till we get the other one on. And I'm probably gonna put something some trim or some, yeah, I'm not sure what I'll put there yet, but I'll put something. Next one. Make sure I get that right up against. Just trying to get that. The only trouble with this dark background, it's really hard for me to see where the tape is. If the tape got on. So I keep sticking my fingers in just to make sure it's there. Have to invest in more tape in the new year. I had planned on doing a haul video this week, but because I've got some stuff from Blitsy coming, but they haven't even shipped it out yet. They haven't even received it. So, a little disappointed. But, oh well, that's life. I'm pretty sure that's not too bad. How did that end up being short? Oh well. That's so weird. It's exact same size as the other side. Weird. We'll fix it. We'll just have to make it, you know, just go with it. Because I'm not going to argue with it. kind of learned from my mistakes over the years to just go with it. When something wants to not cooperate, just go with it. You never know what you'll come up with to fix the problem. Well, actually, it doesn't look half bad. So, all right, this end needs to be trimmed a little bit. Do the same thing what I did on the other side. So I'm going to take my scissors and trim off just that little bit. Actually, wasn't too much for me to trim. All right. I'm wondering. This is the length. There's the length. Just want the width. So right there. I am going to just cut just so I can have it consistent back to front. Grab the wrong thing. That's my keyboard. That's not. Put that out of the way for a second. That's what I meant to grab. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that pretty well my crafting desk is right beside my bed. So when I have projects going, it's all spread on my bed. So that's where I put my keyboard, and I went to go grab my trimmer here, and oops, I grabbed my keyboard instead. I love, love, love having a wireless keyboard. It makes my life so much easier now. Instead of fighting for room. What the heck is that? Glue? What the heck? Some yellowing glue on this. I've had this a while though. So until it absolutely breaks, I'm not going to buy a new one. There we go. Put that back on the bed. Get this back over here. So, because this one has this edge now, because I needed to cover it, I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just going to do the same thing on this side. Boom. So, I tell you, I'm not one of those neat crafters. I really get into my work. My room becomes real messy. I admire those who can be really neat. It just never works out for me. That's okay. But then again, That's how I know I'm having fun. It's because if I'm not having fun, if I'm trying to be too perfect and not make a mess, then it's not really, I don't feel it's like it's inspired, like it's coming together like it should. I don't know about anybody else, but that makes me sad. So I try this other way. I try to just go with the flow. Well, it's down now. So it's saying that's not gonna work. There we go. Just gonna clip that one little corner. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I haven't decided what paper absolutely I'm putting in them. Well, these ones are blank. I might just leave it the way it is. But I'm thinking, I don't know if I want that one. That one's prettier. Yeah, let's do this one. It's prettier. So where's my pencil? Way over there. I think I'm going to this will be more easier with this because these are smaller pieces. My little guillotine. I love this thing. I think I got it at a garage sale for $2 or something like that. I love it. Even though I had the bigger one, it's like I want a smaller one. I had a really cheap Fisker small one, not a guillotine, but just a small cutter, and I didn't like it. I love this thing though. It's so sharp and precise. I didn't even mark on the other piece of paper. Come on, man. Be nice to me. Line it up though. There we go. That will do. And lately, I have been finding that my productivity has been really good at night. I'm becoming quite the night owl lately. There's the one side. No, I need 2 more because I want to do the same. I want to do it top and bottom on both sides, I think. Well, actually, I like that. But I do need the top. We'll do a top. At least I know I'm getting paper used up. If it's nicely cut paper, I don't get rid of it. You can always use it for cards or whatever else I'm doing. This is moving along quite nicely, so I'm quite happy about that. Alright, let's put that down before I cut myself. Because goodness knows I am liable to do that. You know what? Let's do it from the bottom here. That's pretty. Let's make sure we got this all lined up. There we go. Ooh, did I even... Okay. Alright, let's cut this. The only problem with this one, obviously, is because you can't do 12 by 12 sheets or even 8.5 by 11. It's mainly for cutting pictures down, but I like it to use it when we're making cards and working on some smaller pieces of paper that would be more difficult to use on the big cutter. And I find that I cut better on this, with the small stuff at least. It turns out straighter and crisper and just all over nicer. There we go. Okay, what did I do with the other one? Oh, there it is. I'll just move this out of the way. Whee! So top and bottom, kind of split them up, one of each. There we go. So yeah, I think I'll go like that. Weird. Okay, there's that one. I want this one here. Alright, just deciding which pieces I want where. The only thing is this thin paper sometimes when you're trying to get adhesive to go right to the end, it's just not cooperating. Because it'll bunch up and there we go. But persistence is the key, I guess. I might go in with some let's see. All right. Should I alter the inside? I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I don't know where to put that thing so it's not totally in the way. I think I want it this way. Just decided I wanted to flip the paper the other way. Go. There we go. I just want to make sure it's stuck down. Well, I'm glad I looked at that. It's not the way I wanted it. Would have had to stick with it. Oh, if yeah, no, if I do that, it'll come all off. Oh well, it's just a shade off. Well, I gotta still cut a little bit. So you don't really even notice it once it's just me being fussy. So some glue there that I don't want on there. It's sticking to the mat, and I don't want it ruining the paper. Alright. Anyways, there's that so far. Oh, I'm gonna cut that corner off. I think I'm gonna have to cut just that little bit of a jagged edge. From where I took the perforation off. And it's just that hair, that thinly off, but it needed to be off, so there we go. There we go. And I'm still going to edge it. I need a stronger blue to edge it out with. I picked these up at a garage sale, custom dye inks. The Zinks. I picked these up. Oh, where? I'm trying to remember where. Is that one of the local craft store garage sales that they have every year? I try to make them out to them if I can, because that's a good way of getting supplies for a reasonable amount of money. Oh, that's going to be trimmed yet. Like, for example, it's how I got a lot of my Stampin' Kimmy stamps, was through that. Shoot. I just noticed that. It's not even that fact, it's just the fact that it's coming up a little bit. Really just trying to barely. I've got brush that I just used for glue in water that's just used for glue water. So it's already got plenty of either glue or gel medium or whatever else medium I'm using in right now. I did. I just wanted to put a touch because it was coming up from the page and I didn't want that. Alright, so this is a blue colored. They don't exactly have the colors on here. You can just see what color on the lid is what the color of the ink is. So I'm just going to line it like this, kind of trying to overlap it a little bit. Kind of blending in the corner that didn't get too much love. I was gonna say, my hands do that. That's why I don't work in a restaurant. I hate when my hands do that, and you'll hear me swearing a lot of the time at my hands, like, don't do that. Because it always startles me when it does. When my hands let go of something, it's not because I want it to. Actually, I like that book. A lot of the times my hands have been inky lately. For good reason. Makes it look more stressy. I'm trying to go on top of the paper here. There we go. I'm liking the way that's looking. Flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing. Except for, oh, they're not very juicy. Well, obviously because they're used. See, here I'm going to go again. Trying to get the water out completely. And I'm just going to touch it just ever so slightly. Don't want the paper to warp. I just want the paper to stick down. Scissors just gently. Yeah. Kind of figures because it's a little difficult to get the adhesive right to every single little corner. So it makes sense that I'll have to use some wet adhesive at the little corners. There's so much adhesive in that water that it's like turned white, but it's almost like a weak paper mache paste now. So which I'll probably end up using it for. But I have a brush that habitually lives in that water, so it's not like it's a really expensive one either. It's from the Artist Loft from Michaels. It was a nice brush when I had it, but I am notorious for ruining brushes. I have some that I'm afraid to use yet, but I'll end up using sometime. But I'm just as happy to use the dollar store ones because I know I'll go through them, and it doesn't matter if I have to. I don't know how many times I've had to throw a brush out because it's hard as rock. I'm sorry, guys. I just looked up and noticed that I had people in the room. My chat. Hold on a second. Here I'm talking away at myself and I didn't. Hello, people. My goodness. There is Miss Rose, Kathy, and Darcy. I didn't realize you were even here. I apologize. I'm recording, so I was just talking to the recording. That's funny. Because last time I looked up, really, there was nobody in the room. It said no viewers. Oh, that's funny. So I was just like talking about anything that ran in my head. That's funny. I do like that background, but it's gonna be covered up because That's what's going to go on the front here. I think I'm going to get some silver out. Sorry guys, I swear. Last time I looked up, nobody was in here. That's funny. Funny, funny, funny. Let me just, I'm gonna kind of mess around with these a little bit on top. Well, I just set record because I usually upload these to YouTube, so, yeah. I wasn't expecting anybody to be here. So you never know what happens. That's so funny. Speaking of getting fingers dirty, I don't mind getting my fingers a little dirty. Except for that. I'm trying to keep that clean. Although there's a little bit of adhesive there I didn't realize was there. Painter's tape over that. It's funny. I don't know. I like getting my fingers dirty. I get into my work. Just trying to keep it off that black, that's all. Just wanted to tie the silver in, and I'll put some of the blue black down too. Just gotta make sure I don't do it too much. Although, yeah, being a little wrinkled is okay. And I talk to myself a lot, so. Just so I know where I'm gonna place it. After I finish this, I'll show you the binder. It's almost done. I have to do some 2 more dividers and then put some pictures in the hole. And I'm so excited because it's almost done, and I'm so You know when you've done a project for so long that you're gonna be glad when it's done? Yeah, that's the point I'm at with this binder. Trying to keep it off. Okay, I think I better adhere this thing down. Last little bit of some peanut butter. I don't want it so thick, I just want it. You guys still there? Cause okay, let me. I'm not trusting the chat tonight. Not after it did that to me. Okay. Basically know where it's going anywhere now. Yes, I did. I made the piece with the last year on my jelly plate. It's just been kicking around. So it's like I gotta make a gift. I always planned on doing a notebook, so might as well. We'll do it now. That'll save me from doing something complicated. Yeah, it reminded me of those like those old tiles that were made out of metal that you see in ceilings. So I hear that to the. I do like the patina on the other side, but I'm going to sacrifice it. It's not like I can never do anything with the jelly plate again. Sometimes you... What are you doing? Don't want a big blob. Every now and again, I don't know why it does that, but it does. Steer it right. No, it's not going to move anyway. It's over here. Alright. I'm liking that. I need my drawer here that's all filled with fun stuff. Fun stuff being all my markers. I grabbed a distress marker in Chip Sapphire. Just kind of going to line it. Oh, hands don't start. Not too much to do tonight. Should I put a title on this? I'm thinking Sweet Dreams or something like that. This to me is feeling like a dream journal. I think I will. I only wish I had ink. Oh, well, we'll just have to fill it out. I'll actually keep the marker over here. Got a piece of paper over here that I can use to... Yeah, okay, I know what I'm going to do. Just move this out of the way for a second. My well-loved. Okay, I don't think I want it any more bigger than that. I find for me when I'm doing lettering, because I'm going to hand letter this, for me at least, it's easier for me to cut the strips beforehand, so I know how big I can go. I found that out the hard way. So yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So I'm just basically going to do this. I want to cut it, fold it in half. Boom. Ooh. Don't like it when it does that. Hands. There it is. Boom. 2. This out of the way again. I think I can remember the alphabet. Where did I put that? And I'm going to do it in my, and I'm going to outline it in this and color it in with this. Just make sure those are closed and put those back in my paint drawer. I've got to reorganize the way I have my drawers because I want to make slowly figuring out what's working for me. I don't know how you guys, but I'm so messy when I need to put the stuff that I use often in drawers near me so I'm not digging through stuff just to find stuff. I'm slowly getting this place organized as I realize what's working and what's not. And see? You stream tonight? Okay. So my lettering book is all the way across the bed. I know. Where's those? Okay, there's that. That's index. I need to know what the S looks like. since I have to reach for it anyway, I'll give you a sneak peek of the binder. The binder's not quite done. I still have a few dividers to do and some titles and whatnot. But there's the binder. Now I hand did the binder. It's a pretty big binder. Hand lettering. Tiles that are hand colored. I'll be honest, I didn't draw that. But here's the insides. So you can see and toys. This thing is so big. I'll have to really, I'll probably have to film the flip through with my camera rather than this, or actually detach this. But there's books and toys. Just furniture. She wanted something that they could organize their family heirlooms by family and who gave it and whatnot. But yeah, this took me 2 weeks of solid work to do, and I rebuilt the binder from scratch. Like I had this the spine from an older binder that was wrecked. That's how I got the binders. And then this, she wanted where she could put the picture in, so we ended up getting the photo album pages and just cutting them in half. Boom. But I still have 2 more index page, not index. I have the index page, and what else do I have? China. There's China. And the spine labels. And a couple more pictures to put there, but yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. I wanted to grab it out so I could look at the S. Okay, kind of. Alright. S is the little more complicated one to try and... Where's that piece of cardboard? I'll do it on this one. I found if you had a little cheap piece of cheap chipboard. Sorry for shaking the camera. This works wonders. Thank you, Kathy. I try to do my best, especially when it's for somebody else and just not me type thing. But goodness knows, I did that wrong, didn't I? Kind of, sort of. It'll get. What was I trying to say? I was trying to say something and I brain farted. That's not quite in the middle. That's better. Goodness knows that binder took a lot of work. Some letters I've drawn so much that I know how to do them. Boom, boom, boom. I like this font though. It's very fun to do. The T is kind of interesting because it's got No, that does not look right. Come on. Maybe this paper's a little too thin. Anyways. We'll see. If not, I'll have to go look for... I've got some cardstock. But it's cream. I've got white, though, too. We'll see. It's better. I find too, no matter what I'm drawing, I always end up making little adjustments here and there. It's just easier for me to hand letter something than try and find alphabet and stamp it. Yeah. Not that I'm opposed to that, it's just for me it's a little easier to do this. There, that looks better. Still looks like an R, but let's just erase all the pencil marks. You know what? Let's get rid of this tail here. I know, but you guys, if you're on Windows 10, my computer updated today, and I seem to be having trouble with chat since. There we go. Yeah, it is. But I like. Don't get me wrong. I love doing my hand lettering, but I do love the nice crisp look of stamps. It's just I never really end up looking crisp with me. We each have our own talents. If it didn't clash with this, I'd use my I'm really in love with this stuff. It's Dr. P.H. Martin's iridescent bronze ink. That's what I use to do all the lettering for the binder. I love that stuff. I have more coming in from Litzy. Because, man, were they cheap compared to where I got them. Welcome back, Rose. Oh, that doesn't look too dark. I was kind of worried there that you might not be able to see the color, but that'd be too too dark compared to black, but you can. That's good. A very, very fine brush. Here, let me get a piece of, I've got tons of her stuff here. Here. I'll just use my markers. Whoop. No, this is something quick, but yeah, that's so bad. That's because I'm just doing this really quick. Okay, basically you'll have your letters, right? What I do, because I don't even put it out, I just take it from the side of the dropper, because this is such a thin get it coated, and I'll get that out of the way. All you do is just go in between your lines, and don't worry if you get on top of your lines when it's dry. Just go back over your lines with well, an alcohol marker or pigment marker. But basically that's all it is. It's just all I did was put movies on or watch a lot of YouTube. Funny thing is that I liked watching the scary stuff. So like, or disturbing stuff. A lot of YouTube videos on the deep web, and some action adventure movies like Judge Dredd, and or a couple. I'll show you what it's like once I think it doesn't take long for these to dry. Although if you put too much in one of the dots, I found out the hard way. Those are the ones that take the longest to dry. And I just make sure I rinse out my thing. And hopefully you can see the iridescent. It's very iridescent. There we go. It's not dry because there's a lot of I'm just going to refresh my chat. Okay. Now I'm wondering, I might just do that. Where did I put them? Those are over there. Yeah. I don't think I want to use, or should I just use? Yeah, I think I'll just use like that. I was thinking about putting them on here, like I did these. This is an example of the titles that I used on in the binder. Many hours in front of the TV watching. It does seem like a daunting task at first. But I really love doing the lettering and the stuff that floats my boat. Other people can crank out all these beautiful things, but I like doing this. I'm a little slower, and I like doing things by hand. Trees. Yeah, okay. I had to think about how to do the D. Once I get going, especially to draw out the letters, it's does go a lot quicker than what you think it would. And it really, really helps to use a pencil to map out your letters first. You might end up changing a little things here and there, but oh boy. I'm gonna have to be careful the next two. Right. I just realized how little room I had left. Oh, that should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Yes, I do it a weird way, but that's my way of doing it. Nobody else taught me how to do it. Okay, I officially over this paper. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Darcy. Alright, so I'm just going to. Sorry I got quiet on you there for a second. I was just trying to concentrate. Get my time. An hour and 25. Not bad. Woohoo. Got a lot done today, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. Shot footage for the next blog. And pretty well done this part of the gift, at least. I haven't decided if I'm going to do another one or... I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I just noticed that's a little wonky, but you know what? I kind of like that. Okay. Yeah. It's not liking the chat tonight. Wondering if I have to update something so now that... Oh, that one. Wrong end. Because my computer updated itself today. Like, completely. Annoyed the crap out of me because it... Carp out of me, I should say. Okay. I don't think I'll line that, but... Oop, that's the wrong way. Ooh, I think I'll do that. If I can figure out where I put it. Just had an idea about putting a clear jelly roll over this, but I don't know if I know where I put my jelly roll. We'll see. So I am so looking forward to not having to work on the holiday. I have worked Christmas Day for the last 14 years. And this year, I don't work anymore. Well, currently I'm not working. Not that I'm never going to work again, but I'm never going to work again for that place. Sweet! Where did I put that? Is it on the slide here? I put a bunch on the slide. No. Those are all markers. That are not the ones I'm looking for. I have Refresher. I hope it works for this. That's so sad. I opened up my Bic Markets and the teal, that pretty teal, was dry. And I do have some of the Ranger ink refresher, so I'm hoping it works on it. Oh, I have various pencils and pens around here. Oh, oh no, that's white. No, okay. I don't know where my jelly roll is right now. I have my white jelly roll, but not my. Yeah, it will be a nice one. Boxing Day to work this year. You know, mind you, I'll miss the money, but you know, not the abuse I was taking from that place. So. I'll be glad to start a new employment program this week. Looking forward to that. Last time I was in anything similar was like 15 years ago. Year 2000, almost 16. Boy, my life has changed since then, that's for sure. I've gone through a fiance, an ex, actually 3 exes, and then got married to my hubby. Saved the best for last. We've been together 10 years. And I can't regret my journey because I wouldn't have ended up with him. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Just kind of eyeballing it. I didn't want to put it on chipboard because then I'd have to wait. And I didn't want to wait. Only thing about it not being on chipboard, the paper is so thin that crumpling at some points, but that's okay. I'm going with the flow. Corners still have any. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that should stay on now. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm getting like blisters from how big this is and where it rests on my hands when I'm trying to do this. There. Wow, I quite like that. Oh no! Oh, you're gonna laugh. I did all that. And it's upside down. I thought I had it right side up. That's so pretty. Oh, I'll have to mark it next time. Next time, lesson learned. Mark which side's up. And there's no way of me taking these off. It'll just rip things. Especially, yeah, no. This is so funny. Oh well. They'll have a... It's not like you can't just have a bigger bottom margin, that's all. Oh well. Well, it's functional. It's not like they don't have a... Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Could have sworn I had it. Unless they had it sewed upside down. That could have been it too. Because I could have sworn I had this up the right side up. I had that before. So I'm just going to claim it's a manufacturing default. Because I'm pretty sure I had it right side up. Oh man. But I love how it turned out. I really do. Oh. I didn't realize I even had silver on the back. Oh well. It's okay. I likes it. It's pretty. Done. So, still, lesson learned. Always mark it where the top is. But I'm pretty sure I did. So I think that's a manufacturer's default. Whether it is or not, it's still functional, and I know my sisters, they always love whatever I make them, so whoever ends up with this will enjoy it. It's You can still write in it. It's just got an extra big bottom margin, that's all. And it's made with love. Anyways, I'm going to stop the recording here for this part because I'm all done with the present. So, sweet dreams. I love how it turned out. That was really pretty. And I will be not leaving yet because I want to work on the binder. So, thanks for watching, and look for the video soon for the binder. I have to edit all the little parts together, so that might take a while, but it will come. Thank you.